are still coming in. Great to see. High entertainment at the cognizant MLC. Stoinis. Jake Fraser McGurk a little more watchful.
A couple of nights ago, the main man DJ Bravo attempted to take a catch at almost 41 years of age, sprinting, stretching. What we have heard is that he's tweaked an hamstring, so it'll be a big miss for this team. But Othniel Bartman coming into the side, full of experience, full of confidence. It's always sad to see the great man go.
That's an aspect of the game I'm looking forward to seeing. How does Faf du Plessis rotate his bowlers, utilize his bowlers in the absence of Bravo? Just away from Nur Ahmed in that cover point region. Got a hand to it, but it had to stick.
There might have been a split second of a little bit of misjudgment from Nur Ahmed. Made some gun, and I tell you what, if you go, there would have been an absolute specky. You'd see he almost would have gone with the two hands, but just stretching him. There we go. The left hand popping up. Those are the ones that stick or they don't, Darren. But Finn Allen, not as aggressive as he's been. That's more of a cricket shot there on the up. But another boundary for the New Zealander.
Not the most polished start for Texas Super Kings. Little misfield that allowed for a boundary. Now, drop chance. That was so close once more. Another uppish stroke from Finn Allen. Flirting with danger.
That's Josh Trump again in mid-wicket. Oh, that's a catch that definitely should have been taken. Had plenty of time to carry, plenty of time to move. And that's a big miss for Texas Super Kings. Finn Allen, the danger man.
Uppish once more, but it was in the gap. So Finn Allen going high risk with his stroke play and paying dividends for the Unicorns.
Now, this is the way that Finn Allen plays. He plays dangerously, and this is a good cricket shot. Finding the gap on this occasion. One thing he does do, he does back his power, does back his skill. Just that chance the ball before. How much is that going to play a role in this game tonight?
Wasn't a half volley from Marcus Stoinis, so might want to maintain that length. That's 4 more. So runs flowing straight away for the Unicorns. Very good start, 15 already in the over.
And again, what I like about this, it's a solid cricket shot from Finn Allen. There's no slogging, there's no big hitting, it's just playing the ball on its merit. Marcus Stoinis getting onto the hip, finally up in the ring. Just helping himself, using the angle. Another boundary. This is a great start for the Unicorns.
Much better from Marcus Stoinis. A little bit of away movement after 2 overs. 26 without loss.
Thank you, Bonham Hicks.
Yes, pleased to meet you.
They would be lucky to have you, darling.
You have to get it, Deb. I've already moved into your room.
No, Arjun has not moved into your room, and you don't have to get it.
Imagine the interviewers are naked.
You got this, Deb. I love you guys.
Dev Sharma.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Life needs a big network. 3.
Sanjay Krishnamurti slated to come in next for the Unicorns. Leading edge, and he gets away with it again. Finn Allen using that bottom hand. He was searching leg side.
An interesting shot choice from Finn Allen. Obviously not going to where it intended. With the field set, you got the deep square and you got the deep long on. broken. He hit it a little bit too square. His fortune favours the brave at the moment for Finn Allen.
Already 5 boundaries. Much better, just allowing the ball to come to him. And he will keep strikes, so majority of the strike going to Finn Allen, and he's been quite dominant, striking at over 200 at the moment. Fraser McGurk having to watch from the other end. This Lexus power play wasn't utilized sufficiently the last time the Unicorns played. So far, very good. 30 without loss. Great to see that he's still maintaining that positive intent. It has to be calculated and not reckless.
And I mentioned early on in the innings, I wonder if Shane Watson, head coach, has just said to him, you know, you've got so much power. What do you mean power? Look at that striker at 198 throughout the tournament. You can play cricket shots, you've got power. Hit it on the ground, get yourself in.
Full toss and dispatch. That's a real gift from Ziaul Haq. And Finn Allen says, thank you very much.
A first NTT data, massive 6. Going for the slower ball, missing his length, full toss. And Finn Allen is not going to miss out on that. Thank you very much.
He was attempting a slower delivery. That piece 69 miles per hour, so it was asking to be hit. Another very good over for the Unicorns, already 11 runs. Fraser McGurk with an opportunity to be on strike.
That's ominous sign so far. You're Fraser McGurk only facing 2 balls. Once he gets going and Finn Allen gets into his work, continues to get into his work, they're going to be up against it. They need a bowler who's going to break this partnership. They need someone to break the game open.
Little slower delivery to end the over. 3 gone, 38 without loss. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Yesterday, the Unicorns batting first. They were 49 for 3. Faf du Plessis searching for a first wicket. Bartman, new bowler. Quite pacey he is. He's had a good 2024, Bartman. That looked relatively close, Chris Morris. They were just casual in the running between the wickets.
Well, the reaction of the guys backing up could potentially have been a direct hit, but if it was, I tell you what, it would have been really close. It's good running from the Unicorns, something that they lacked in the previous game. They didn't take their runs, didn't take the singles that they needed to.
Stake projected scores after this rollicking start might show an above par total if they go at the current rate. Exactly so. They're going at 12.3. Not quite sure they'll get to 246. Chris Morris.
I'll tell you what, if they do get to 246, we're going to run our fireworks at the stadium.
Nice rotation of strike. Now, Chris Morris, coaches often look at batters and Look at the timing of their backlift in relation to them playing the ball, and that release from bowlers. Fraser McGurk, left of screen, starts with the bat high so that he has a fair amount of time to come down on the ball. Faf du Plessis, similar, but watch the head position. Didn't get hold of it, and luckily for him, the fielder in that deep wicket position wasn't able to zone in on the opportunity.
Yeah, Botman rushes you as a batter. The speed at 86 miles an hour, so it's not the slowest, but what he does do with his short stature, he gets onto a lot quicker. We call it cricket a skiddy bowler. He gets to skid off the wicket and gather pace. And he does rush a lot of batters. He takes them by surprise if they haven't faced him before. But he has found a very good length so far in this over.
Another leading edge, and it flies over that short third, so fortuitous, but welcome by the Unicorns.
Yeah, remitly speedy delivery, 85 miles an hour. Martin Botman, going to feel unlucky as a bowler. He's hit the good length, he's hit a good line. The false shot from the batter. It's the outside edge over the short third man, so this momentum just keeps rolling for the Unicorns. It's a great start that they've had. It's a massive platform.
Beautiful again, just 10 from the over after 4:48 without loss.
Right, half the beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate family-ing SUV.
Skoda. Oh, can I have some?
That's the field he's got. Noor Ahmed, he comes into the attack at a time where TSK need a wicket. On form, Noor Ahmed, and because he is in form, he's got to take the onus upon himself to be the one that can shift the game, break it open for his team. So far so good, a couple of deliveries right on the stumps. It's about trying to read him as well, not many do. And for Finn Allen, he'll want to continue the onslaught. Stay ahead, stay in charge. And the dot balls will frustrate him.
I'm going to say, 3 dot balls, pressure. See Manhattans, they have been all over at the Unicorns, something they weren't able to do against Washington last evening. This time, Finn Allen, he's in and he's on form. Ominous.
Got a hold of that. A crack off the bat, like the shot of a gun. 6 up.
The NTT data, massive 6. He was almost forced into this shot. 3 dot balls, needed some action, needed to continue the momentum in this innings. High, handsome, and handy. 325 feet. Yes. That is humongous. We'll leave out one word.
Big game, big players. Knockout. Oh, nearly through him. Very nearly. look at the Royal leading run scorers, Faf du Plessis up at the top, but have a look at Finn Allen creeping up at just the right time. You want to be peaking when it's championship time. Earn the right in this, the challenger, to be in that championship match. Oh, nearly disappeared that one as well. 8 off the over, 5 done. It's 56 without loss.
The Olympic Games Paris 2024, live on Eurosports with every moment only on Discovery Plus.
Here's Bartman. Oh, lovely. Back of a link at the top of the stumps.
I just want to add a little bit of value to what Darren Ganga was talking about in terms of the comparison between Faf du Plessis and young Jake Fraser McGurk. And that is not just the stationary angle of the bat. You know, it's easy to sort of freeze it at that point. But one of the things that I'm looking for as a batting coach is to see movement through the hands, continual flow of hands. Something that we don't talk anywhere near much about, and that's the flow of a batsman. Now, the hands, what they do is they act as a counterbalance to how your feet move. And once it's stationary, like Jake Fraser McGurk often is, it means that it's very hard to balance out your feet, and your feet stay still. And that's where he gets himself into trouble, hitting off a stable but very short and narrow base. You watch his feet here, they don't necessarily go anywhere whatsoever. And so the movement in the feet coinciding with the movement of the bat. Look at his hands, very still here. Tiny movement in his feet. Nothing much really, so it's all hands. As Jake Fraser McGurk continues his career, it has to be a combination of hands, which counterbalances foot movement, and then transfer of weight. Again, no foot movement, pure hands, pure top body strength. 50% of his energy is lost. Have a look at the movement of Faf du Plessis' bat on the right-hand side, continually going through an arc, continuing and enabling his feet to move. Fraser McGurk, on the other hand, his hands stationary. His bat weighs 2.10 pounds, maybe even more, 2.12 pounds. It's gone. And therefore, at a stationary position, can't go through with his feet and can't get off his base.
It'll continue to tease them just over the top, landing in no man's land. Importantly, it's a length he's found difficult to get away, a length that Otnil Bartman has found here to try and stem the flow of runs, finishing off his second over.
If it's a perfect delivery, meaning a perfect delivery for the batsman, he'll have no problem smashing that. But when he has to just react to the ball off the surface, remember it hits a surface, it's not baseball, it's coming off a surface. There's variables, and your footwork and your timing has to be there. Again, perfect spot for him. He wanted that ball, he knew it was coming, 83, and he goes big and long. 6 to finish, 66 for no loss.
Yep, the end of the Lexus power play, 66 without loss, and the strategic timeout.
Make Discovery Plus your home for the Olympic Games Paris 2024. With more than 55 live event feeds covering all the action, Discovery Plus has got you covered. It's fabulous! Discovery Plus has timeline markers as well as gold medal That's ensuring that you never miss a moment and taking your viewing experience to a whole new level. It's going to be an unforgettable celebration of Olympic excellence, live on Discovery Plus.
Yo, wanna smell premium? You gotta try this new Lynx Den. Smell premium with the new Lynx Fine Fragrance Collection. Smell finer than the finest fragrances.
In the comfort of a home. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
Leonard knows that searching for the right home insurance policy or finding the right car insurance is a whole lot more satisfying when it comes with a £250 excess refund reward. And with more 5-star Trustpilot reviews than any other price comparison website, you can feel as satisfied as Leonard and Simon.
Go dot compare!
That's why that's just saintly said.
66 without losses, a fabulous start for the San Francisco Unicorns. Have utilized the Lexus power play. Sixth time in 8 games that the Unicorns have scored 50 or more in the power play. The most for any team in the MLC 2024. Missed out. Full toss outside off. Didn't miss out too much. And during the Lexus power play, you watch the ball disappear here. Whoopsie. Yeah, that one as well. Just a flick here and a flick there, and they were on it. They were gone out the blocks.
Yeah, it was really key at this stage, at that timeout, that you reset. You've gone through the gears for the first 6. You're at 11s. Thank you very, very much. That's a perfect start. In a big match, you own the power play, you control the game. Texas, on the other hand, have been left reeling. So resetting here, you've got to work on the fact that at the back end, the final 5 in a batting innings, you're going to score above 10s. So this middle...
No. 50 up for Finn Allen. 24th 50 in T20s to go with a couple of centuries that he has. He's belligerent at the top. He's been given a gift here and accepted gleefully.
Yeah, you can see that they're quite visibly punched here. Finn Allen has just thrown punches out of the blocks. Heavyweight clash. And when those punches land, you get dizzy. And that's exactly what's happening here. The Unicorns' run rate in the last 5 overs is just a little over 7, which is the second worst. But when you've got a base like this, we saw last night they had no base. When you've got a base like this, you can say safely that you're going to be in that 8 to 10 category. Let's say on a good wicket it's 10. So what can you get in the middle and start planning accordingly?
Nigulutam Chandani, where are you? What are you up to?
Right, I've come into the sea of yellow. I've got Dinesh and Shrikant. First of all, guys, okay, Dinesh. First of all, guys, look at these hats. Now, Dinesh has a lot of energy, as you can tell. Dinesh, tell us, where did you guys find these hats? Yeah, where did you find them?
We brought them all the way from LA. We are flying from LA. Go USA! Go USA!
Hold on, I want to know something. You guys are both in Chennai Super King jerseys, but you've been cheering for the Unicorns. Which one is it?
Go USA! USA! I'll tell you. I love cricket. I love cricket in America. So go USA! Cricket in America! Go cricket in America!
Hold on. But Dinesh, why do you love cricket in America?
I love cricket. I'm from India. I've played cricket all my life. I got it, man. Go USA! Go cricket in America!
Right, well, we're not going to keep them any more time from chanting because they want to do that. Back to you guys.
I just want a bit of what he's on, that guy. That's a lot of caffeine right there.
I don't think you do.
Well, how can we say very enthusiastic here, Uncle Sam? Pumped up and ready to go. It doesn't matter who you're supporting. Very contrasting messages. The uniform states Texas. The flags are over the Unicorns.
I think they're just here for a good time. The state projected scores. Oh, look at that. At the current rate, 225 in a knockout game. It's a lot to try and chase down. It'll take some stopping. Well done. There you go, skipper. Lead from the front. Good piece of fielding, hoping to spark them into action. 7 done. It's 79 without loss.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
It's been excellent from Finn Allen, 57 from 29. And what it's meant is that Jake Fraser McGurk can go along for the ride, bide his time. He too wants to smash them out the ground. Straight up in the air and out. The words weren't cold out my mouth. This is the breakthrough that TSK were after. They've got it.
There's a bunch of learnings here for Fraser McGurk, a bunch. When you've got Allen, a little bit like the way that we saw that partnership emerge for TSK the other night, and Dev Conway didn't get his way, but Faf du Plessis was on fire. Felt like he could just time his innings a lot more, a little less premeditation, and a little more consistency in rotating the strike and awareness of the partnership. Goes for 18, it's 79 for 1.
Mate, all right. Yeah,
All a bit much. Give me a hug.
Keep the crowds happy and fast with new EE TV. Search across live and on demand in one place. New EE TV is here.
$79 for 1. Bit more chatter in the crowd. Must be from those dressed in yellow. Have searched for a wicket for a while and hasn't been forthcoming. Finally, they make the breakthrough, which brings Sanjay Krishnamurthy to the wicket. Played well last couple of games. A young talent. Good for USA cricket. Lovely to see the young locals when they do well. Big game here. And he'd want to do well in this one, particularly.
Yeah, he's a serious talent. There's no doubt about it. And he's got a role to play now. And I speak very candidly about this. You try batting with Adam Gilchrist. He used to come out, and if it was his day, he'd just do Gilly things. He was that special. He was a once-in-a-generation player. So you almost have a non-compete clause, right? You just got him. Chopped him on. Nur Ahmad. You little ripper. He's got the double breakthrough in the 7th.
You've got to love how a game can shift. From nothing to bang, bang. Just looking to nudge that into the offside. Perhaps hasn't quite read the spin because he's playing against it there. Looking offside with the ball spinning from off 2 leg. Oh, the difference a day makes. He's gone for a duck. It's 79 for 2.
Brought half the beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate familying SUV.
Skoda. Oh, can I have some?
79 for 2. Presents an opportunity to Texas Super Kings, an opportunity to come back into this game.
I just quickly want to go back to explaining as we have a look at this wicket as well. Did he pick it or did he not? Leg spin, deliver it. I think he just tried to play outside the line, try to push it very square to a ball that's turning back into him. Caught the inside edge, gone. But, you know, when you are batting with someone like Finn Allen, and I was explaining Adam Gilchrist, it's just so important to understand that they're going to have a day out in the sun and to let it happen. Jake Fraser McGurk decides to go big and long, and instead of actually just going, right, I'm going to just resist the temptation, it's a non-compete clause, it's his day, rotate strike, Finn Allen is on strike then, and maybe he's not a back-to-back wicket. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, but it's role play.
Yeah, that'd be wide. Also, just kind of on the back of that, understand whilst you're out there, what don't the bowlers want? And I can assure you, as the bowling side, you're trying to bowl as little as possible and use starving him off the strike as a weapon because he's going so well. So rotate if you're at the other end. That's a top over. 2 wickets, just 2 runs. After 8, it's 81 for 2.
Brought half the beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate familying SUV.
Skoda. Oh, can I have some?
Interesting how things can shift so quickly in a T20 game. End of the Lexus power play. Unicorns, they were 66 without loss, and then 2 wickets stumbled. Jake Fraser McGurk and Krishnamurti. Calvin Savage, new bowler. Faf du Plessis ringing in the changes. starts down the leg side. And it's been the trend, Sunil Gavaskar. Faf du Plessis and this Texas Super Kings team, they haven't been at their best in all departments.
Yes, this is the wicket, or what you would say is a typical Fraser McGurk shot. Clear the front leg, try to go over long on. If you connect, great. If you don't connect, bad luck. And there it is. It was the wrong one. He didn't pick that one. Noor has a very well disguised wrong one.
So important as players to support your teammates, whether it's with batting or bowling. Matthew Hidden spoke about the role that Fraser McGurk had to give to Finn Allen. Very similar role to Kevin Savage. To the other bowlers, Rutherford, and some power to come in this Unicorns batting lineup. Ziol Haq was a little bit expensive. Stoinis had to pull things back. Bartman, not so economical, but they lack penetration with that new ball in that Lexus power play. So more pressure now on the bowlers during this middle phase of the innings between overs number 6 and 15. Nice running, aggressive running. 2 more to Finn Allen. He's played a good hand so far. Will wickets tumbling from the opposite end change the way he bats and his approach in this innings? Have to wait and see. So far it's been one tempo from Finn Allen. Aggressive. Was it a close one? Was it a close one? Maybe sliding down the leg side, thinks the umpire.
Yes, I think it would have gone down the leg side, but because it maybe shuffled a little bit after placing, running in from long off, asking whether they should go. The umpire, the wicket keeper is saying maybe you shouldn't. Now he says yes. So they've referred it.
TV umpire to director, player review for LBW, on-field decision not out. It's a fair delivery, front on please. Roll through. Okay, thank you. Doesn't appear to be any bat involved. I'd just like to check with Altridge, please. Altridge coming up. Roll through. Yeah, I've got a gap in the clear line, no bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Standing by for ball tracking, Barrett. Ball track now. Impact in line, wickets missing, reviewers lost. Stay with your not out decision. Thank you.
Good initial decision by Murray Erasmus, the umpire. And there was that indecision in going for the review. Devon Conway, Faf du Plessis looked a bit impatient in making that decision. So review loss. Was a chance to effect a run out as well, Sonny.
Yes, because the batter was looking to take a run. He thought that the ball had been deflected pretty wide, and a direct hit would have had him in trouble. It got in, but he had to react quickly.
Indecision, mix up, and the direct hit once more evades this Texas Super Kings team.
tall fella. Savage quickly went across. And yes, a direct hit would have meant goodbye to English. Nowhere near. You need a bit of luck. English is one of just 2 deliveries. Is he going to capitalize on this? This is what dot balls can do to you. This is a pretty quiet over if you have a look at it. 7 runs all right, but no boundaries. Finn Allen likes to deal in boundaries. His currency of batting is boundaries, 7 boundaries and 2 sixes in his 62. Maybe just getting a little impatient.
Much better on that occasion. The communication. 8 from the over, 89 for 2. Unicorns, they were going at the 11s in that Lexus power play. Now things just been pegged back by the Super Kings. Yeah, there is that pulling back with the ball from Texas Super Kings. Only 23 runs in the last 3 overs and 2 important wickets. And it's another spinner, Mohamed Mohsin.
Bowled splendidly. 2 overs, 2 wickets for 10 runs.
I guess the real challenge for Faf du Plessis is the absence of Dwayne Bravo. So in a couple matches previously in the league stage when they were under pressure in the power play phase, Bravo was introduced either in the 6th or in the 7th over, and straight away he was able to get wickets. Not on this occasion.
Mohsin will rush off the surface. He bowls it quicker. 59 miles per hour. Not one of those who will look to slow it down. Noor can bowl quick. Noor can toss it up. Noor's very, very clever. Just a little bit of air given. 54 miles per hour. Mohsin. Mind you, he's bowling his first over, so it'll take him a little time to be confident.
It's playing back to that delivery that was a little bit fuller. It's high risk. Unicorns will remember how spectacular Mohsin was in the reverse fixture down in Morrisville when he picked up 4 for 13.
Lovely, outstanding
The conclusion we can make is this pitch is offering a little more purchase for the spinners. Turn significantly in this first innings. We often see that significant turn in the second half of the game. Catch him is the cry, just short of the fielder in deep mid-wicket. So a quiet start for Mohsin. 7 from the over after 10, 96 for 2.
Technology goes beyond special effects or epic camera shots. It offers surprising new perspectives. It takes you places that seemed out of reach. When technology becomes an extension of yourself, that's progress you can feel.
Here's the match 7 we were reflecting on when Mohamed Mohsin took that 4-wicket haul that led Texas Super Kings to a 7-wicket win. And the Unicorns have never gotten the better of the Super Kings in Major League Cricket history. So destiny in the Unicorns' hands. Another good start. Zio Hack again going full. And Finn Allen with an NTT Data massive 6.
Yeah, it was a gimme, wasn't it? Nice full toss, good height around the midriff. Tall man that Allen is, took full advantage of it. The last couple of holes were pretty quiet, no boundaries, but look at this, right there, just below the waist.
Conceded 21 in his first 2 overs, so get a sense that Faf du Plessis has brought him back with more protection beyond the 30-yard circle. And straight away he's put under pressure with that maximum. Bravo just sharing his knowledge. Of course, dual role, Sonny, as a player, as a bowling coach.
Yes, he's doing it well. He's one of the most popular cricketers in the world game. Kyron Pollard's another one, very popular. Because they're very, very ready to share their knowledge, their experience with everybody. Must be something about Trinidadians, eh?
I know of your affinity to that Twin Island Republic. Sunil Gavaskar still holding that record for the most centuries, most runs at the Queen's Park Oval in Test match cricket. Another full toss, and it's dispatched with disdain.
And a no ball as well. That'll be a free hit. There's something really not going right. Look at that. It's very high. One can understand the Yorker going wrong and going below the knee, around the ankle, so maybe there. But this is losing his rhythm, losing his footing, or maybe just letting the ball slip.
Was it over the waist? Doesn't appear to be over the waist, so shouldn't have an issue there. Maybe the occasion just getting the better of Ziaul Haq. It's a make or break game for Texas Super Kings and to the Unicorns. For Ziaul Haq, one of the local players in this Super Kings side. Much better length. Good composure shown.
This is how he's been batting in this innings. Quick to size up length, unafraid to play the lofted shot. When the ball comes in his arc, it just goes into the park. Hitting it really hard. Another half century for him.
That's a good recovery innings. Yesterday, you only got 6 from 4. In that qualifier match. You'll understand the importance of him scoring at the top, for them setting a good total. Stake projected score. Still showing over 200. Only 2 no balls bowled by the Texas Super Kings all season.
It's a clever, slower delivery. Just 65 miles per hour. No change in the action. Last moment, just rolling his fingers over the ball. So the ball has not come at all to Allen. He's played the shot before the ball has come through.
much better bowling round the wicket. That is something that we saw. Dwayne Bravo signal from the boundary line. A little different his style in coaching. Very animated, very out there and in the open. Different to what you often see from Stephen Fleming, who's in the background. Bravo prefers being in the foreground. Another fumble. So TSK not as sharp as they will want. 11 overs gone, 112 for 2.
All a bit much. Give me a hug.
Keep the crowds happy and fast with new EETV. Search across live and on demand in one place. New EETV is here.
Relatively consistent, the scoring rate from the Unicorns. It was that 8 over. In that 8 over with a double wicket strike. That really pushed the Unicorns back a bit.
Yes, because the next few overs were boundaryless. But they made up in that previous over from Ziaul Haq.
And not surprisingly, it's the spin options that are showing great economy, and this man penetrating too. First wicket was that of Jake Fraser McGurk, trying to hit to that leg side once more. And then Krishnamurti playing outside the line, playing on.
Yes, I think young Krishnamurti must quickly learn that every inning starts with a 0, not with what he has batted in the previous innings. That was an expansive shot that he tried to play, bat well away from the body, as if he had been at the crease and was batting with 40 or 50. He's a young man, he will learn.
Yeah, definitely one of the local stars in this cognizant MLC 2024. Building his stature in the game, Krishnamurti. Spinners remaining consistent here for TSK because in terms of spin economy, they've been the best team. The economy just 6.5, and very much the same today. Nice managing of wrists from Inglis.
7 runs so far. They've taken a couple of twos. Every ball's been taken runs off. That's exactly what you want. Do not want any dot balls now in the remaining 8 overs. 120 for 2 after 12 overs.
This has been thus far. Job is far from finished. Still 8 overs to go, and as much as the Unicorns will be thinking that, so will Faf du Plessis. 1 wicket here, a couple tight overs to put pressure on them. Probably the difference between 165 and 180. But a lot of batting to come. Anderson, Rutherford, Pat Cummins, Hassan Khan, of course. Here's Stoinis. Shot that he's mastered over the years. Josh Inglis didn't master on that occasion. Chris Morris alongside me.
Yeah, I just feel that the TSK bowlers haven't got the measure of this wicket. They haven't got the memo. Otti Bartman's running here the back of a length. They've gone for the one maximum of the short ball. But the key on this wicket is to hit the top of the stumps. And what we've seen has been difficult to score. We almost call it that length that hits the top of the bat on the slice. Just feel that they're missing that. Back to good test match lengths, as we call it in cricket. Testing length and force the batters to make an error.
Oh, Finn Allen, he's been inspired by Josh Inglis. And that is very innovative, very successful.
And it's the execution for me that's so good. Understanding that they've moved the short fine leg wider, so the line would be outside off. And there it is. It would have been a wide if he stood still. The execution of the shot, so good, so clever. Playing with the field, he's toying with them now.
Well placed. Kumar is quick, but again, the line from Stoinis is almost 6 stump, because that's the much bigger side of the ground. Offside for the two right-handers.
He's had some luck as Finn Allen, but in between all of that, he's played some exquisite cricket shots, and that's been such a good feature of his game tonight. He's played proper cricket shots. In the previous games, he's almost looking at every ball for 6, whereas today, he looked to hit the ball on the ground.
Just past extra cover, there's been a number of half chances for TSK today. Haven't pounced. 50 partnership comes up.
Another prime example of a brilliant cricket shot from Finn Allen. Standing up tall, his eyes firmly in, crunching this one through the covers. And it was the sheer power that did off the apartment. There might have been an opportunity where we thought there could be a catch, but the power he's hit it with. It's raced away to the boundary.
Two is the call. We'll get it comfortably in the end. I've also loved Amari, the way that he's managed the bowlers he's taking on. He's had about 4 dismissals in a row, Finn Allen, against spin. And he would have known that that threat of Noor and Mohsin would come at him, but he's gone at a runner ball against the spin today, and he's completely destroyed the pace. He's checking for a short run. Wouldn't want to be robbed in the 90s.
So when you're running between the wickets, you need to get that bat across the line. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's comfortably over. You have to cross that line with your bat when you're turning to run. Umpires are happy.
Again, trying to find that wide line. Maybe 5th stump, Stoinis. Been expensive today, Murray. He's their most expensive bowler in the tournament, but he's also bowled in high pressure situations. Last game, 2 in the power play, 2 at the back end.
Yeah, it's the toughest place to bowl when you're bowling at the top. 2 fielders out, and then at the death when the batters are looking to go.
A lot of work to do. Does really well, Aaron Hardy. Key was he hit it straight, Finn Allen. He's on 95, 136 for 2.
I think the umpires are going to check if this was a boundary. From our point of view, it looked pretty clean. It's a good piece of work from Aaron Hardy. Understanding Faf du Plessis was right there, so he can give himself an opportunity to knock the ball forward. And it will stay at 2 runs.
Discussions, a lot of thinking for Faf. Noor has been his go-to throughout the tournament. Main aggressive option. He's used them against Klassen, against Glenn Maxwell a couple of times. But deciding against, maybe from this end. Down the track, very good from Josh Inglis, who now joins the party.
Yeah, he's had enough as Josh Inglis. 12 of 12 now, 16 of 12. No, 18 of 13, my apologies. It's a good cricket shot. Safest place on the ground. Straight over the bowler's head.
Great thing about Finn Allen's not Murray is that because Allen has gone so well outside the power play, it's allowed Inglis to get in, so you can go 12 from 12 and now can accelerate.
Yeah, Matthew Hayden made the point earlier on with Jake Fraser McGurk. Just needed to play that anchoring role. Let Finn Allen do his thing because we know the power he possesses. This is in the air. Could it be? Another 6.
And that will be 100 for Finn Allen. This has been a masterclass of T20 batting. The 5th MLC Centurion. And what a night for him to do it in a pressure game.
It's one of the better T20 innings 100s you'll see. Finn Allen from ball 1, you could see he was on, playing the ball on merits. What an innings.
And now he's gone. The googly from Mohsin gets rid of him, and he will be livid, Finn Allen, but what a knock it is. It was, sorry.
Motion holding his nerve, bowling the googly. Finn Allen maybe switching off for a split second after getting the 100. Straight up, it was the top spinner. That's a big wicket. Wicket at the right time for TSK. But Finn Allen, what an epic innings. 101. Unicorns 149 for 3.
Brought Arthur Beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate familying SUV.
Skoda. Oh, can I have some?
Sheriff in Rutherford. And what a platform this is. 11 runs and over. He can play his natural game, which is to go hard. He's had a quiet start to the tournament. This is a perfect opportunity for him to cash in. 2 sixes and a wicket. Good comeback from Mohsin. Very strong through cover. Be careful, Faf. Well, 13 from the over, but critically they've got Finn Allen, 149 for 3. This partnership still Hassan Khan, Corey Anderson. When they get a start, their batting looks a lot more dangerous.
Lots of length for Moising. It's the top spinner. It's not the step ball. It's in that in-between length. And even the man on 100 skidding off the wicket. Big breakthrough. It gives TSK an opportunity now to build a bit of pressure, get some dot balls.
This is the delivery we used against some of the biggest hitters in our game last season, mainly Tim David, Pollard. That googly was hard to pick. Did get 4 for earlier this season against this opposition.
Slipping straight away, attacking Rutherford. It's a trump card, is no Ahmed. He's just one of those bowlers, when he comes on, you just feel something's going to happen every single ball. We always talk about in T20 cricket that every ball's an event. Well, this is the epitome of it. Every time he's got the ball in his hand, you feel like something's just going to brew, something's going to happen.
And what a moment this was, Chris Morris. Took it on, not thinking about the 100, thinking about attack. Brought it up in style. None of you remember. Third T20 century for Finn Allen. The other two were for New Zealand in international cricket. This is first in franchise cricket.
No better way to bring it up. I think if you had asked him before the game, you're going to get 100, how would you want to do it? And he did it the way he knows best, clearing the boundary.
Yeah! More strikes again. He has taken so many wickets in these middle overs. He has made such a big impact for Faf.
And the man for the moment, Noor Ahmed, the dangerous Sherfan Rutherford. He said every single ball's an event, and you feel like something's going to happen. Well, it's happened. It's the googly again. Not picking it, chipping it straight to the bowler. Good catch, always difficult taking a catch off your own bowling. This is a good spell now for the TSK. Sherfan Rutherford goes for one. Unicorns now 152.
Technology goes beyond special effects or epic camera shots. It offers surprising new perspectives. It takes you places that seemed out of reach. When technology becomes an extension of yourself, that's progress you can feel.
Hassan Khan, what a special innings it was a night ago, right here in Dallas against the Freedom. 57, he targeted those areas down the ground. Only dealt in sixes, 6 maximums, no 4s. Always so calm at the crease. Well negotiated. 152 for 4.
The bowlers tonight have been under pressure. As Yarlock for 37 in 3. Estonia's also going at 15s. Bartman, apart from one ball, was pretty good. But no Ahmed, 3 for 13 in 3. Incredible tonight.
When you analyse this bowling card, look at the economy rates. No one under 8 runs per over except for Noor Ahmed. 11 dots in 18 deliveries bowled. Just so much impact, Murray. You think about that when they come up for 2. You think about that 8th over he bowled when the opening partnership was going. Got Fraser McGirt. Came back in the middle, bowled a tight over, and then when Finn Allen looked like he could go big, was able to remove him. And then strike again. Stake projected scores. Current rate gets them past 200. 16 and over gets them to 230.
No, it's such a weapon to have in your team, in your arsenal. Look at this, the googly. You can see Sherfan Rutherford setting up to look to cut that And with the spin turning into him, just gets battered and chipping it straight to the bowler. And you just feel he's got such a good understanding and control of what he's doing with the ball in hand. Very, very similar to Rashid Khan. He's a game changer.
9 wickets, 7 of them have come in the middle phase. Joint most this season. Really well played. He's in excellent nick, Hassan Khan, picking up right where he left off.
Well, first 4 in a while that we've seen from him. He's only been dealing in 6s, but the confidence from Hassan Khan been excellent. Knocking one for 2. First ball, just helping himself around the corner. Good batting. And what I like about him is that he brings this intensity to the middle. He runs his runs hard. He's always looking to take the fielders on in the boundary. And my goodness, when he strikes it, it does stay hit.
Could have easily been another one. Curious now, Maury, to see how Josh Inglis, with all of his experience, handles the situation. 4 overs after this, they'll be thinking minimum 200. 25 from 19, benefited from Finn Allen at the other end. Now he has to be the man. Did that carry. Very testing over from Mohamed Mohsin. 9 from it, 161 for 4. And it will be time for the strategic timeout.
Two fighters shaped by victory and marked by defeat. Their paths set to cross in the ultimate British heavyweight collision. Who will rise to conquer and start on the road to redemption? Joyce features all live on TNT Sports.
Oh, stop right there. Check this out. It's incredible. Welcome to 32 Red. Incredible. Play our exclusive slot like Play Your Cards Back, Britain's Got Talent, and Catchphrase. Join and get a welcome bonus up to £150. Only at 32red.com.
Technology goes beyond special effects or epic camera shots. It offers surprising new perspectives. It takes you places that seemed out of reach. When technology becomes an extension of yourself, that's progress you can feel.
Finances can sometimes feel a bit puzzling. Maybe it's that confusing car insurance policy, or working out the right protection for your health, home and family, or feeling unsure if your pension is on the right path. Aviva can help make these conundrums click. Helping solve your financial puzzles? It takes Aviva.
Important time for Faf. Sonny Gavaskar alongside.
Thank you, Nigel. He has 24 deliveries, 6 wickets in hand. Hassan, who's batted splendidly in this tournament, just come in. He's got 5 or 4, and English has been batting well on 25. What kind of damage can these two batters do in these last 4 overs? Can they take Unicorns to 200, 215 at the current rate, 201? They score at 12, it will be 209. If they score at 16 runs per over, they get to 225. They'll certainly be looking to get between 215 to 220 for sure.
Yeah, it'd be a surprise if they didn't get to 200. Yeah, those are the shots he tends to play. After playing really well in the previous innings, he said, I don't have the strength of the others. He is a young fellow who certainly has that strength. He's been impressive.
He's got the timing as well. Great footwork, as we see from the way he's been going down the pitch, using the depth of the crease and then unafraid to play the lofted off drive. And all that with a straight bat gives him more of an opportunity to make the connection. Even if the ball does a little bit more, there will be a little bit of an inside edge or an outside edge, but you won't miss it.
Hunting a boundary there. I think he's looking for a fine little glance on the offside and try and get one, try and get 2, maybe 4 with the fielder set wide.
Yes, there is a deep second slip, if one might call it that. And on the point boundary there is one. So he'll have to hit it between these two to get that boundary.
He's been difficult to get away today. Othniel Bartman hits a really good length and is skiddy, probably 5'9" in terms of height at best, and just slides onto batters. So it skids on and is just about always trying to hit the top of the off stump. That's in the gap. It'll go for 4.
Well, that's the standout feature of his batting. When he hits the ball, he hits it either over the fielder, into the crowd, or between the fielders. And that's why he's been so impressive. Seems to know exactly where the fielders are. He'll close the face of the bat now because he wants to hit it between those two fielders. It's a lovely shot.
And a good job of picking the slower ball. It was a slower one there. They really do have a couple of gems to the San Francisco Unicorns, and Hassan Khan and also Sanjay Krishnamurti. Love it when the youngsters are the ones that blossom amid an array of international stars.
Yes, and look, from the non-strikers, he's been telling the English, who's probably been at the crease a lot more than him, what to expect.
Kind of knew he was always going that side. Field set as it is, the awareness also of the desire for Inglis to lap the ball and try and scoop it. You see the field set for the fact that he does play those shots. If he doesn't, then fine leg comes into the circle, you protect long on. That's a top shot. Wonderful hands to get it over the offside. 4 runs. 172 for 4.
Brought half the beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Come. Can't we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate familying SUV.
Skoda.
Oh, can I have some?
High scoring this one. There's a top innings from the San Francisco Unicorns. They're going above 10s as they build to what they hope will be an insurmountable total. Here's a danger man in Noor Ahmed, who's continued to punch holes. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. What a shot for 6. Hassan Khan again.
Have a look at the straightness of the bat. It's the wrong one. He'll turn away from him, but look at the straightness of the bat when he hits that shot. Super connection.
You were talking earlier about his gift of timing. Didn't think he quite got to that. He read it, but his hands just extends them to account for not quite getting to the pitch.
Let's have a look at that shot again. You can see that he knows that he hasn't quite got there, but he's gone through with that shot.
Fielder out there. Oh dear. Another one down. That sort of evening for the Texas Super Kings.
Clever bowling from Noor, bowled it a little bit wide, made him reach out for it. So he was not in control of that shot. And luckily for him, it didn't quite middle it. Tough one. Very, very tough. It would have been a super catch.
It'll get past the fielder, and away it goes for 4 more. Given leg buys, and they'll take all of those. Oh, reviewing it.
TV umpire to director with the player beneath the LBW. On-field decision not out. Say fair delivery, front on please. Inside mode come off the gloves, so we can check old treats, please. Standing by for old treats, please, be confirmed. Thank you. Aldridge coming up now. Yeah, no, we've got that involved. Spike with the ball next to the bat. Thank you. Go back to Billy on field. Billy, you can stay with your not out decision. You're on screen.
So there's the cancellation of the decision given before, which was leg buys. It's been given 4 off the bat. Josh Inglis will be happy.
He would have expected those runs to be his.
They've just been untidy today, Texas Super Kings, and not quite able to catch up, sort of playing a game of catch up in the game. But for this man, Noor Ahmed, wonderful night out. 3 for 27 from his 4. It's 186 for 4.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the
yellow by Crick Buzz. Leading wicket takers. That man, Netravalkar, up at the top. Nur Ahmed will hope that he gets another opportunity by way of another game, because he's got 9 wickets as well. But his economy rate not quite as good. Here's Marcus Stoinis, making sure of his field. There's a good shot. Oh, out! Oh, what movement! He was right below us here, we couldn't see him. Suddenly a bolt of yellow appears out of the green, and those hands are pretty safe for Duplessis, the skipper.
Leading by example. Oh, what a good catch this is. He had to run to his left. A little bit of room given outside the off stump. He stumped the ball, English has, but look at the ground that he has covered. And takes the catch well above his head, keeping his balance, making sure he doesn't touch that boundary rope. So English has gone for 37 of 25, partnership of 34. And Unicorns have lost their 5th wicket for 186.
In comes skipper Corey Anderson. And he can thump it, I tell you. Just the situation he'd want. It's a tussle at the back end here. So critical, the finish for both these sides. Inglis would have hoped that will go for 6. It's a good catch.
It would have gone for a 6, but for the fact that Faf du Plessis anticipated it so well, started running to his left, and then taking that catch. Perfectly timed jump up to ensure that he brought the ball down.
Every single ball here an event as you try and prevent them getting to what they feel is a par score with the great start that they got. 220 would have been in mind. Already there's been a decent job done by, and I'll point to Nur Ahmed with the way he's gone pretty good to make sure that they're not cutting loose and going quicker than that 10 runs and over that they've been scoring at. Good footwork. Dot ball important. Presence of mind to just pick it up and not throw it to give away a single.
Yes, he's a very experienced cricketer, Marcus Stoinis. And it's his bowling as well, trying to bowl the slow bouncer. Gets to the ball very quickly. A little bit of a stare competition.
Oh, excellent. All the pace off it. Slower delivery from Marcus Stoinis. Fine margins in this cognizant MLC as we're here in the knockout stage.
And what a 19th over this is turning out to be. A wicket separating English and Hassan when they were looking good with a partnership of 34, and just 2 runs in this 19th over.
Huge delivery this. Straight up in the air. Oh no! Oh, don't believe it! Zia-ul Haq didn't get a hand on it. That could be costly, because Anderson can smack him. 19 done. 189 for 5.
Don't know what kind of a shot he was looking to do. He was just hitting it up in the air, and Ziaul Haq comes there, now suddenly finds the ball nowhere near. Didn't even get his fingertips to it.
Oh dear, add insult to injury. Doesn't get a hand on it.
And it's the elbow. His own right elbow maybe hit him on the chest.
Winded and off the field. We're into the final one, and it's Othniel Bartman who'll bowl it. 189 for 5 is where they find themselves. The San Francisco Unicorns. A superb over from Stoinis. What about Bartman to finish? That's a great start. What you're after here is you want the batters to be hitting the ball to where your fielders are. And if you can get 6 ones, you've done a top job.
Yes, if Unicorns are restricted to under 200, you can say they've done a very good job. Because at one stage it really looked as if they'll get to 215, maybe 225. But Hassan, we've seen Hassan been very impressive.
Yeah, Bartman is somewhat of a specialist at the back end, closing out games. But Hassan Khan has been a specialist in getting the ball off to the fence. He's got all the shots, and that's a beauty for 4.
Yes, and very well played because he knew where the fielder was. He knew that it would be a slower delivery. It was 10 miles slower than the previous delivery. Clever batting, very clever. Very aware of where the fielders are. Now that fielder being sent back. Maybe the fielder from long off being brought in.
That's a top shot. Faf du Plessis with the dive, can't prevent it going for 4. How good this youngster is.
Very good. Very, very good. Half volley all right, but it still had to be put away. Makes a little bit of room for himself. Once again, what's been impressive is the straightness of his bat, even when he's playing such attacking shots.
Concussion check? Maybe? No, he's okay, it seems, Faf du Plessis. Impressive that he's going to the places with no fielders. That's up in the air. No, not taken again. My goodness. TSK having a night to forget in the Challenger match.
Yes, they really can't afford to miss opportunities like that. Should have been taken. 5 drop catches for TSK in this must-win game.
Hassan Khan continues on his merry way. 27 from 15 to put the finishing touches to their innings here. Now Corey Anderson to the strike, haunting the boundary. It's taken this time.
He's taken some good catches in the previous games as well. Aaron Hardy, tall man. positioned himself very well. This would have probably hit the bottom of the bat, not quite at the middle of the bat, because otherwise it would have gone for a 6. Just stands there and takes that catch. So the best dot ball, a wicket dot ball. Corey Anderson gone for 3, 199 for 6, 1 delivery left.
Cummins walks out to face the final ball of the innings. Nicely bowled. 200 on the dot for the San Francisco Unicorns. It's a big total in a knockout match. Can't afford to put a foot wrong in trying to chase that down. Good pitch, yes, but there's the pressure of the board. At the halfway stage, it'd say it's the San Francisco Unicorns who'd be the happier team.
They would be, because they've got to 200. But I think there would be just a little twinge of disappointment that they weren't able to get maybe 15, 20 more runs. TSK have done really well to restrict them to 200, despite dropping catches, misfields. That is the scorecard for you. Finn Allen getting 100. And he had a partnership with Fraser McGurk to start with of 79. And then Krishnamurti was gone in the same over. English batted really well for his 37. And then the middle order, Hassan 27 of 15.
Well, look at the bowling. A search really as he went from bowler to try and calm the storm, try and control things and get a measure of control in the game. Yeah, the mixing and matching meant that they got to 200. 3 for 27 with 12 dot balls from his 4 overs. Noor Ahmed is the standout bowler. And it's his efforts, the wickets that he took, that allow for the Texas Super Kings to be able to say that they pulled it back somewhat. As you heard Sandy Gavaskar say, they'd have hoped, the Unicorns that is, that they'd get to 225. Setting up for the halftime show. Good crowd, they'll be entertained as we wait for what might happen, how the chase goes in not long from now. Right, let's get downstairs now to Nikoluttam Chandan.
30-20 for Finn Allen today. Finn, really well played. Where does this one rank for you?
Probably my worst one. Definitely wasn't the most fluent innings I've had, and I thought, they made it quite challenging up the top. I guess just tried to stay in it and get us to a competitive total.
Tell us about your mindset when you started the innings and then continued outside the power play.
Yeah, I think just reflecting on the last couple of games and talking with Watto about, going through the gears of my innings and that sort of thing. I think tried to give myself a bit more of a chance today. The wicket was a bit variable, so I tried to just stand still and play slightly more proper shots. A few lucky ones out there, but you've got to take it.
Tell us about that spin threat that they have. You've been dismissed by spin a couple of times. How did you go about approaching Noor and Mohsin?
Yeah, obviously a couple of quality spinners that they've got. Just playing to the conditions, tried to look straight at the start. I thought the way that Noor bowled was, made it really challenging for us. Wasn't getting a whole lot of bounce there, especially the quicker he bowled, it started to stay a bit lower. So I guess feeding that back to our bowlers, and hopefully we can make the most of the conditions.
How competitive is 200?
Yeah, I think it's a good score.
All right, all the best.
Cheers, mate.
A good score is what he says. Well, the Texas Super Kings must get one run better. 201 their target to get into the championship.
The Olympic Games Paris 2024, live on Eurosport with every moment only on Discovery Plus.
Technology goes beyond special effects or epic camera shots. It offers surprising new perspectives. It takes you places that seemed out of reach. When technology becomes an extension of yourself, that's progress you can feel.
Welcome aboard the BA282.
You've just used Confused. JustUsedConfused.com.
Intertwine, catch a sexy set.
Welcome back to the Grand Prairie Stadium where we unfold this challenger match. The Unicorns with a solid showing with the bat 200 for 6 on the back of a brilliant century from Finn Allen, his third T20 century in his career. He was superb, gave himself a little bit of time at the start of his innings and then got going with a couple fours through the leg side. Usually very ultra aggressive in his approach. Helped as well with some indifferent bowling, a few full tosses, and he conquered that challenge with the spinners. Talking about the spinners, they were the pick of the bowlers. Noor Ahmed 3 for 27 with a great economy, got a little bit of support from Mohsin, but all in all it was a challenging sort of display for the bowlers. And I did mention the indifferent feeling, a few chances going down, 5 in particular. TSK just off the mark with their catching, contributing towards the above par total set by the Unicorns. Wasn't the sight for Faf du Plessis. He was frustrated in the first half of this very important match. Crowd awaits, expectant in the run chase. Let's join Nikhil Uttamchandani.
Right, guys, well, Texas Super Kings, they need to chase 200. So I thought, why not get the master of runs, Sunil Gavaskar, Sunny G, this Texas team. First of all, how do they go about approaching this 200? It's a big score.
Well, I think just the way they've started in all the matches with Faf du Plessis leading the way. Faf du Plessis, the captain, has been batting quite splendidly. And all he needs is somebody to stick around with him for maybe 12 to 13 overs. Then it'll be possible for the simple reason he's already got 100 in the tournament so far. He's been batting absolutely brilliantly. And in the first 6 overs, he's the one who keeps the scoreboard ticking. They have a good batting lineup as well. They've got good finishers. So basically, Typically, the power play is going to be important. In the power play, they do well in that 6 overs. If they can get 50 to 60 runs, maybe with just maybe a wicket down, they're well on their way to getting to 200.
And when you see teams chasing these big totals, what are some of the mistakes you've noticed over the years in terms of the way teams approach totals like 200?
Well, I think the mistake that happens generally is from, say, the 8th over to maybe the 12th over, when suddenly, if you've got off to a good start, suddenly, there's a break in the scoring. And then instead of keeping the tempo, there are a couple of quiet overs now, then suddenly that makes the asking rate go up.
Well, Sonny, when you look at the way, in terms of a bowling perspective, you've got a ball in your hand, what do they need to do with the new ball past just taking wickets? Because they've got to stop the bleeding as well.
Well, that's important. They've got a new ball. This pitch we've seen has got a little bit of carry, so they take wickets in the early overs. If they take Faf du Plessis out, they've done pretty much half the job, because he's been the man in form. He's the captain. You get the captain, it's like cutting off the snake's head. And then if you do that, and the leading run scorer, you've given yourself a good chance of defending 200.
Right, we're ready. The players are ready. Let's get ready for this run chase.
Yeah, we'll all be looking towards this run chase. The target 201. Join us after the break.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
In life, you win some and you lose some. Spin it up. Checkmate. 13 of diamonds. Checkmate. Mr. Q have over 900 of the best slot and casino games. So, win or lose, you'll have some jolly good fun. And all winnings are paid in cash. For no-nonsense fun, head to MrQ.com.
Yo, wanna smell premium? You gotta try this new Lynx then.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' run down off this way, doing all these shows.
Smell premium with the new Lynx Fine Fragrance Collection. Smell finer than the finest fragrances.
There ain't no place like Manus. This city makes moments. Now it's time for my guys to take theirs. The top down's taking no prisoners and the big man's getting bigger. Get ready for the smoke. Because in this city, winners live forever. Manchester, where greatness is made. UFC 304, live on TNT Sports.
Even the best city in the Northwest.
Cognizant MLC 2024 features the challenger, Texas Super Kings and the Unicorns, locked in battle for a place into the final. If you followed the first half of this game, you'd know bat-dominated ball, and this man on screen, the Unicorns, laying down the marker with the score of 200. And the challenge will be for Faf du Plessis and Devon Conway to chase these. A championship spot awaits one of these two teams. Matthew Hayden alongside me. We heard from Sunil Gavaskar in terms of the critical factors for TSK to get this win. What about the conditions? What's useful for these batters to know in their approach?
What's useful to know is the fact that the Unicorns are coming off a loss, and Washington, they dusted them up just last night. It wasn't as big a total in the mid-140s, but they got them, mind you, in the 16th over, and they got them with 7 wickets in hand as well. So have they dusted themselves off enough, the Unicorns? Or is that a little bit of hangover from yesterday, maybe a bit of fatigue? So the pressure, even though it's a big total, it's still on the Unicorns here. the expectations for them finishing up the top of the table and then getting dusted is big. Faf du Plessis and co have had a bit of time to think about it over the last few days. They've got some winning momentum. They've got that feeling. They haven't played that way this evening, but their strength is in their batting. And in particular, their captain, LaRue, he got punished last night. He went for over 10s and over. So with a bit of batting intent, as Sonny said, and wickets in hand, and not getting too greedy inside the power play will be key. Can they get to 50? No loss inside power play. Give them 140 off the next 14.
Devon Conway had to work really hard in his innings yesterday. Finish on 51 from 43, an unbeaten knock. He had that good partnership with Faf du Plessis where they put on 101, so very much the same expected from him. We'll have to wait and see if he starts with the fluency that he finished with in that last innings.
The stage of the tournament is always about courage under fire. Can you produce your very best when it counts in the penultimate stage of any tournament?
Sharp inward movement. We saw that in the qualifier game from LaRue. Royal leading run scorers, Faf du Plessis 375, and he will want to add many more runs to that tally. Travis Head already in the final alongside Steve Smith and Phil Allen. Courtesy that century in the first innings, he's jumped third on that list of most runs.
None of that matters, Darren Ganga. It means nothing when it comes to this very ball. Is Faf du Plessis ready to take the action on? Amazing how in big matches everything just sort of hardens up a bit. Hands get a little stiff. The brain itself. The only way I can describe this, it's like taking a plank and putting it between two skyscrapers. Now, you put anyone up at that skyscraper and ask them to walk the plank and they'll go, no chance. Now, remove that plank and put it on the ground and ask them to walk it and they'll go, fine. That's finals. That's the pressure. The bigger the game, the higher the skyscraper, and the more inhibitions you have. It's just a natural instinct of protection. It's fight versus flight. It comes down to the basis of humanity. And in big matches, those that play best, they control that. They own the space, they lean into the pressure, and off they go.
Runs will be a boundary all along the ground. Faf du Plessis has a knack for finding the gaps, and he did so on that occasion.
There's that first step out into the plank. Still 13 stories down, but it's not impossible. No way. There's no such thing as I can't. There's just I can. And that's what he does. Again, that typical closed face shot, over-pitched and dispatched. Nice little start.
I love your analogy, Matthew Hayden. Speaks to a laser focus as well on the important elements. First over done, 6 without loss.
Leonard knows that searching for the right home insurance policy or finding the right car insurance is a whole lot more satisfying when it comes with a £250 excess refund reward. And with more 5-star Trustpilot reviews than any other price comparison website, you can feel as satisfied as Leonard and Simon.
Go dot compare!
TSK also going into the break will know that their last 5 overs bowl only went for 48. Given the platform, one might have expected that last 5 overs to produce many more runs. It didn't, so focusing on the positives, always very handy when you have a task of chasing an above par total. Here is Pat Cummings.
he's going to be really hard work here tonight, Pat. Just looking at Barton and the way that he hit his lengths, he was the one player that threatened all through the course of the innings. Pat Cummins would have been watching that and going, you know what, all I need to do here is hit my normal lengths, my test match cricket lengths. Look at this ball decking around. There's enough in the track. And hold his nerve, hold his length. It's going to be a real torment here for both of these two openers.
I asked you about the conditions. Also material to note that this Unicorns team is a team with only one recognized spinner, that of Hassan Khan, so very different to what we saw from TSK, where they had Mohammad Mohsin and Nur Ahmed. And they both liked pace on. Devon Conway, Faf du Plessis.
You're right, wrist spinners, they are an exclusive bunch. They are premium bowlers. They're almost first pick now, aren't they, in player rosters? Think of Shadab Khan, think of Rashid Khan, the two that we saw on show tonight. They're just so important. They're finger spinners themselves. Batters now, they just don't hold back.
Whipped away. That's commanding from Devon Conway. Nice fluent start.
In essence, TSK probably don't need to match a Finn Allen performance. He said himself he was a little rusty. Blimey, I'd hate to see him in great nick. Rusty and he got 100, but they probably don't need to match that. Maybe 2 half centuries, one maybe just south of 100, and they're in the game here. That workman-like innings that we saw from Dev Conway is going to set him up here this evening. You get through those little phases in your play. Mostly it's in your head. Just going to wait for that puff of smoke just to go across the ground. That's the fireworks. There's been plenty tonight. Going to be plenty more as well by the look of this.
As you know too well, when you're scratching around at times, not getting big scores, it takes one innings to just kick you into overdrive, to get your fluency back, and that ability to pick length a little bit quicker than normal, so you get in good positions, and then allow that automated response where you react to the ball as against overthinking.
I've said this for some time about Dev Conway. He's very hard on himself. You can see when he's trying to overplay. He was doing that yesterday. Faf du Plessis was on fire. He just was unstoppable. You don't want to try and match the hatch. You need to feed that dragon, put it to bed, and then in your own mind go about your business and operate where you can at a different gear. Some innovation which went awry. Yeah, just try and find your own batting tempo. Some days it's your days, other days it's not. You've got to relax into your work. The most important thing is that when that ball is delivered, your mind is completely still. You just allow yourself to absorb what is coming at you at 83 miles an hour in that case, off-pace slow ball. Just absorb everything that you've got.
Pick-up shot from Faf du Plessis. So entertaining to see the way he uses his hands. 3 runs off the final ball, 13 from the over, 19 without loss. Second over. Pace over went for 6. Always very handy to have a left-right combination to put a little more pressure on the bowlers, to make the adjustment to the left and right. That's beautiful. That's a gorgeous cricket shot from Faf du Plessis.
As simple as that. Have a look at everything in sync here. Perfect alignment between his feet, his hands, his wrists, his body weight. It's a picture of beauty, that.
Once more, absolute batting theatre from Faf du Plessis, enjoying one of his best years in T20 cricket.
This is carbon copy. He said to himself, if I get another one exactly the same as the first ball, I'll do the same thing. And he did. Feet outside the line of the ball by about half a yard. But those hands, they just rip through the ball because he's got a stationary base. Where were those guys from? They've travelled, haven't they, that couple? They came across, I think, from the East Coast. I think it was maybe San Francisco, but they actually are going for Texas. Good on them. They've got the yellow blood coming through their veins. It's addictive, I can tell you.
No boundaries in sport, Hados. Missed out on that occasion. In this Lexus power play, you will see this inventiveness from Faf du Plessis. He's brought a lot of confidence to that stroke. The little scoop leg side, reverse scoop offside. And he's doing that based on where the two deep fielders are. One deep square leg, one at long on.
I just want to have a bit of a closer look at this, whether it was a wide or not. And to me, is that grazed anything or is it missed? Because that's got to be a wide. Be close call, but it's a wide.
Just enough bat. Faf nails it. So good his hands to make contact with the ball. And it's 4 more.
One of the things I noticed about Finn Allen's innings is that beyond the power play, when going got a little tough, they started bowling more slower into the wicket deliveries. He kept on trying to force the ball down the ground. And Faf du Plessis, this is the genius of him and the experience of him as well at 40, has gone, you know what, I don't need to continue to crash the ball down the ground. Good over again, back to back. It's 13, 32 for no loss.
Technology goes beyond special effects or epic camera shots. It offers surprising new perspectives. It takes you places that seemed out of reach. When technology becomes an extension of yourself, that's progress you can feel.
Left of screen, an indication as to how good Faf du Plessis has been in 2024. Within the last 4 years, this is his best year ever with the bat in T20s.
Chasing down the third highest total in MLC 24 and the highest by the Unicorns. That's what they're chasing down. It's not Mount Everest, but it certainly needs to be summited.
Gone leg side, the fielder comes in, puts it down. Did he get there? Finn Allen, maybe a little slow to attack the ball.
I'm not sure it was his pace, it was just the angle that he cut to the ball. He ended up doing a lot more work than he needed to because with these low lights, it's hard to pick up the direction. He ends up running around it, overrunning it, but running around it. Had he have cut a different line to the ball, it would have been a simpler take.
should be out. Put down. Dear, oh dear, how costly will this be? It's all happening.
Well, about a week ago, he was fixing air conditioners in New York. Now you're in the pressure, you're in the cauldron. It's a different workplace. It hasn't got any cords and no condensers, but that doesn't mean that there's not some electricity happening here, blood pumping through his veins. How big a moment is that?
7 drop catch in this game. Great effort in the field, saving a couple runs. Hassan Khan.
What more do you want from Hassan Khan in this back half of the tournament? It's a drop catch. Look at this, how he has to run around it, and then right at the end, he has to plummet into it. And then the second drop catch, back to back. He just kept on going. At no point were his eyes still. Still moving.
That's 4. Gone for 6, in fact, carried all the way. Fabulous power on display.
I just wonder, you blink in a dogfight, man, I tell you, it's all over. You blink, and before you know it, you're going at 12s, almost 13s. In this 4th over, it's almost as important, I think, as your 17th or 18th over. The 5th and 6th over, they become just such a radar for how a team's thinking.
Chance, maybe, just wide of deep 3rd, and 4 more. So this over already 4-2-2-6-4 runs aplenty for Faf du Plessis and the Texas Super Kings.
50 inside 4 overs. Oh my goodness me. That's what I was talking about, you know, last night, that convincing win from Washington. How can the Cowboy get back on the horse here in Texas? He needs to brush off and get going.
Fumble, the pressure, the Unicorns. They're feeling the pressure. 19 from the over after 4:51 with no wicket.
Brought Arthur Beach back with your family in. Getting the kids off screens, family in.
Thank you.
Sunday morning tryouts, family in. Mum? Can we have a sleepover? Family in. Long day, family in.
Jump into the all-new Skoda Kodiaq, our ultimate familying SUV.
Skoda. Oh, can I have some?
Du Plessis continues to bludgeon the ball. Away it goes for 4 more. And he is well on song here and charging in this Lexus power play.
The chest is out from Faf du Plessis. He's come out on a mission. He's had 2 reprieves in the previous over, and that's not going to deter him.
The left hand was stuck up so he could just cover the bright lights of the pylon. The ball hit it and stuck in there. What a breakthrough. Much needed. And in some style.
Corey Anderson. What a catch. The captain coming up with the goods. If you can't do it, I'll do it myself. What a grab. That is an unbelievable take. Covering the lights and sticking beautifully. Look at the airtime. Big moment in this game. Faf du Plessis goes for 45. 55 for 1, the Super Kings.
Games Paris 2024, live on Eurosports with every moment only on Discovery Plus.
55-1, the Texas Super Kings. They've lost their captain. He was the aggressor to this point. Managed to get himself to 45 from just 22. It brings Aaron Hardy to the crease, who's been pretty good too. He must continue the onslaught. Lovely shot to start. Over-pitched, and he can work it into that offside for a single. What about this catch? We'll be watching this over and over again.
At one stage, it might have looked like he'd misjudged it because of the lights. Look at that, just cruising along, plucking it out the air. It's that left paw of his, straight into the hand. Massive wicket.
Mr. Anderson. Out the way. Yeah, drop catches. 2. Finn Allen first. Janoy Drysdale. Both give me a catch. I think that's what Mr. Anderson was saying. And he says, I'll make up for the other 2 with a specky. Oops, that'd be wide. Yeah, it's just what they needed.
भाई लोग लाइव चैट में टेलीग्राम का लिंक दे दिया गया है, जाके ज्वाइन कर लिए। उस पर फिक्स विनर पोस्ट कर दिया जाता है। अभी तक 100% एक्यूरेसी है, 7/7 पास हैं, जाके चेक कर सकते हैं। लाइव चैट में टेलीग्राम का लिंक पोस्ट कर दिया गया है।
Of controlling things here as they look to close out the Lexus power play. Oh, what a shot! That was given some tap. 4 runs. Aaron Hardy.
Dancing down the wicket, Aaron Hardy. Straight into his work. Started off with a beautiful shot. This occasion. Not looking to overhit it again. That's the key for me. Not looking to force it and just smashing it through the covers. It got to the boundary at some pace.
That's banged away too. 1 bounce and 4. So despite the wicket, the onslaught continues. 15 off that one. It's 66 for 1 after 5.
You Bonham Hicks?
Yes, pleased to meet you.
They would be lucky to have you, darling.
You have to get it, Deb. I've already moved into your room.
No, Arjun has not moved into your room, and you don't have to get it.
Imagine the interviewers are naked.
You got his name.
I love you guys.
Dev Sharma.
Yes. Nice to meet you. Life needs a big network. 3.
Ralph into the attack. 264 wickets in 202 matches shows his potency. Can be expensive, but he bowls rockets. Yeah, there's some pace. And keeper's gone up straight away. He's interested, well interested, looking for the captain. And he'll ask the skipper to go upstairs. Nobody else seemed to hear anything. Previous game, he was on his own as well and got it right, Josh Inglis. There we go. Over to you, Mr. Knights.
TV umpire to director, player review for caught behind, on-field decision not out. It's a fair delivery, front on please. close to the outside edge. Aldridge next place. Aldridge coming up. Billy. Yeah, clear gap between bat and ball, flat line. Keep rolling through, one more frame. One more frame. Yeah, thank you. Go back to the on-field umpire, Billy. Stay with your out, not out decision. You're on screen.
I love the reactions. Please, please, please. I'm not looking at anybody in the eyes because I'm the one who said it was. And this time I've got it wrong. Yeah, they loved it. 2 wickets in quick time. That's what they're after. Good matchup, this. Flicked away beautifully. And it's raced away for 4.
Devon Conway understanding that the momentum needs to carry on. They've had such a good start. First ball from Harrishoff for line and length, perfect. On this occasion, 2 straight. And a player of Conway's quality ain't going to miss out on that. Using the pace, helping it beautifully around the corner.
That'd be wide. He'll keep collecting. Incredible. You think so much has happened. We're into the 6th over. Conway has only faced 7 balls. So he's really been just at the other end trying to get into the innings himself. Have a look at the discrepancy there. They're 71 for 1. And many a time, the scoreboard informs what you must do. So they've had to come out and play shots here. No real option. If you don't play shots, you're going to end up too far behind the game and there'll be too much to do. And that man, Faf du Plessis, led the way beautifully. And just to add to the jeopardy, not just any game, it's a challenger match today. You win, you're into the championship. You lose, well, you come and try again in Cognizant MLC 3 next year. Bowling. Yeah, good bowling. Pace.
Remittley's speedy delivery, 90 miles an hour. That is seriously quick, ladies and gentlemen. I like the movement from Aaron Hardy, though. Middle's up in the ring, giving himself a little bit of room. But with the pace of Ralph, you don't need to overhit the ball. It's a good take from Inglis. Could easily have gone for 4 bars. He's moved nicely to his left. Gonna have his hands full tonight.
Shot. Through the covers for 4. Big strapping lad, Aaron Hardy. And using all timing rather than power.
And the balance so good. You see the way he hits the ball into the ground on the up. That's a man that's in good form, seeing the ball well, going towards it, allowing the ball to come to him, and just leaning on it. Such a good shot.
Billy Taylor, just checking no ball there. Stop proceedings, everything's fine, on we go. There's a good shot again. Oh, trouble, lots of it. And it's okay in the end. No, Dyson with danger there. And the power play done. 77 for 1 is a really good beginning in the quest to get to 201 for the Super Kings. Now a strategic timeout.
भाई लोग लाइव चैट में लिंक दिया गया है टेलीग्राम का, जाके ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। उस पर सारे मैचेस आपको फिक्स पोस्ट कर दिए जाते हैं, जाके ज्वाइन कर लीजिए सब लोग, आप जाके काम देख सकते हैं।
Discovery Plus has got you covered. That is fabulous! Discovery Plus has timeline markers as well as gold medal alerts, ensuring that you never miss a moment and taking your viewing experience to a whole new level. It's going to be an unforgettable celebration of Olympic excellence, live on Discovery Plus.
You Bonham Hicks?
Yes, pleased to meet you.
They would be lucky to have you, darling.
You have to get it, Deb. I've already moved into your room.
No, Arjun has not moved into your room and you don't have to get it.
Imagine the interviewers are naked.
You got his name?
Lean on me
I love you guys.
when you're not strong.
Dev Sharma. Yes.
I'll be your
Nice to meet you.
Life needs a big network. 3.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Epic deals this summer at Currys. Save 10% on all Sony OLED and QLED TVs, like this 55-inch Bravia 7 from $1,395 for a limited time only. Or save up to £320 on these Samsung fridge freezers, with oodles of space like this water dispenser model from $449. And save up to £80 on selected Hotpoint washing machines, like this 8-kilo machine, at our lowest ever price. At Currys.
No sign of him yet, Manny Super 7. I had high hopes for you tonight. High hopes?
That's him!
Go. Let's give him what he deserves.
Your rewards for saving on your car insurance and broadband. Welcome to the Super Save Club.
The Super Save Club from Money Supermarket. It's seriously rewarding.
Impressive young man, this. Hassan Khan, really good all-rounder. Good shape on the ball when he bowls his left arm spin. And he bats beautifully. Oh, hello. Is there bat involved here? That's the question. They have one remaining in terms of reviews, and he's gone, oh, I'm looking at the ump, is very experienced, Murray Erasmus. I'm going to go with you on this one rather than maybe waste it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that saved him is a bit of bat. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, definitely inside edge. Great decision again from Murray Erasmus. One of the best to ever do it in the world.
Oh, nice half.
That's what he does very well. A change in the pace of his deliveries. First delivery is 56 miles an hour. Next one, 10 miles slower. There was nothing on that. 46 miles an hour.
How is that?
That's quicker, much quicker as he tries to use his feet. So he's difficult to get a hold of. So 3 deliveries right there on the mark, right in line, 56, 46, 60. Absolutely love it, seeing the younger players, local players, going well. And look at what's gone on in the Lexus power play.
Well, there was fireworks straight away from Faf du Plessis, understanding that it's a big total and he needed to take a big chunk out of that. Saw 2 missed chances in 2 balls. We were wondering how much it was going to cost the Unicorns. And then this happened. Corey Anderson with an absolute screamer at middle. Well balanced at the moment, this contest.
It's on just a moment of brilliance, sometimes the opposite, where a game changes. This is what he's done in the tournament against the spinners, not as prolific. Just a single. What a start. Just 3 from that. It's 80 for 1.
So, what big Hollywood star did you get for a movie?
I got Mr. Hollywood himself.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Huh. Clooney's let himself go. And up like this. Don't flinch, don't flinch. No. It's like Mr. Hollywood never made a movie before. Leave me alone. Sorry, you've got a soggy bottom. Just make it simple. With 2-for-1 cinema tickets when you take out the qualifying products, so compare the market.
At the best of times, chasing down 200 is not so easy. Just because of the scoreboard pressure. Really good 100 by Finn Allen, 101 from 53. The Super Kings have started well. 80 for 1, led by their skipper, Faf du Plessis, who got 45 from 22. Janoy Drysdale is into the attack and must be well aware that a big job is required of him here. As they look at all the other bowlers, and LaRue had the same story where Faf du Plessis would have gone, oh, I know Cummins, Ralph, international bowlers. Yes, I must take them down, but I've got to be a bit wary. I will take aim at those who are less experienced, and Drysdale's one of those. Shot for 1. Friday night, a great night, like any other night for Cognizant MLC. And this crowd, loving it, loving the action, and we love the color right in there. All sorts. Yellow shirts, yes, predominantly. Kids, oh yes. And they've been entertained. And they've been entertained. Down. Again, it wasn't so simple. Had to do well to get to it. Yeah, he's disappointed, but he had a long way to get in there. It was always dying on him.
Yeah, great attempt from Krishnamurti. It's always difficult coming in and diving forward. It's a difficult catch. Sometimes those stick or they don't, and on this occasion, just bobbling out the hand. Maybe the hands weren't in the right position. I'll tell you what, Chef and Rutherford had a shy at the stumps. The bowlers in, and Hassan Khan, the awareness to come off the boundary to do the backing up. It's good all-round cricket. Krishnamurti just going off the field, potentially hurting the finger. But another opportunity goes down, Pom. We've seen so many drop catches tonight.
It's been crazy. It really has been. On as subfielder. Krishnamurti, having dropped the catch, has gone to just give his hand some respite for a little bit. Rutherford gives it a little kiss too. Because my goodness, the catching hasn't been up to par today from either side. Hardy's gone now.
Finally got one, Pom. A straightforward catch taken on the boundary. Hardy looking at the ante. Charging Drysdale, getting the outside half of the bat. The Sheffield Rutherford takes a simple catch. Hard hitting the dangerous Aaron Hardy's got to go for 19. The Super Kings now 84 for 2.
Rebel in the comfort of a home. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
Milind Kumar. It's out to the middle. 12 balls since the last boundary. It's been a bit of a quiet period. Finishing off here, Drysdale, who's bowled a good over, really good over to this point. Excellent. Really well done. 4 and a wicket. 84 for 2.
So, what big Hollywood star did you get for a movie?
I got Mr. Hollywood himself.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Huh. Clooney's let himself go. And up like this. Don't flinch, don't flinch. No. It's like Mr. Hollywood never made a movie before. Leave me alone. Sorry, you've got a soggy bottom. Just make it simple. With 2-for-1 cinema tickets when you take out the qualifying products to compare the market.
Hassan Khan.
Devon Conway spent some time at the crease. He will be pivotal. Matthew Hayden alongside me. This was an important wicket to get. We saw the destruction Hardy could cause in that last game when they won chasing. Important breakthrough.
You can sense it coming as well, Nikhil. Just got a little impatient. 2 balls prior to it, he was trying something, just got dropped. Hard chance. Got no base. Very good running, and the fielding mistake happened. So under pressure, the Unicorns can be challenged. There's been all sorts of sloppy fielding on both teams this evening. When you're trying to defend a total, though, is no more important thing. Defensive play is a very important strategy. Conway, key. Nikhil, absolutely key. He's 19 off 11, striking at 172. He's much cleaner than what we saw last night. The stage is set for him to really pounce. If he can own the next 5 or 6 overs...
Catch it!
Pat Cummins will not drop that. And Milind Kumar, it's been a struggle all season, and it continues.
It wasn't really his job, I didn't feel, to be the one striking boundaries. He needed to be rotating the strike, feeding the now informed Devon Conway. So a soft dismissal there from TSK brings about the 3rd. Happy faces everywhere apart from the man in yellow. It's 87 for 3.
Two quick wickets. Not helpful when you're chasing a score of 200. Marcus Stoinis, though, been in this hot seat number of times across his career. Very versatile in the position he bats in, and if there was ever a time they need him, it's tonight.
Yeah, you betcha. This is a big partnership, this. Direct comparison, same stage. Unicorns, 88 for 2. The Kings, 87 for 3. That last wicket just tilting back in the favour of the Unicorns. It's game on. Partnership has got to be big.
End of 9. Very good over from Hassan. 87 for 3.
Rebel in the comfort of a home. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
Neck and neck at the moment. Critically, though, they had an excellent start, the Super Kings, in the power play, thanks to Faf and Conway. They were 77 for 1 Ados after those first 6. So the last 3.1 overs now, they've only scored 11 runs. This is Hassan. The impact in the middle. Does it again.
He'll be disappointed with that shot. Good piece of bowling. Slowed it up. Throwed it outside the eye line. He ended up having to fetch it. Couldn't get enough flesh onto it. An easy catch in the end. It wasn't his job to play that role. He had to be the sheet anchor, rotate strike, give Conway the go. And Kumar, he could play that innings again. I'm sure he would. And what it's meant as well is that it's just all of a sudden the run rate required is now just starting to lift. Drysdale Hardy, first ball. This is the drop catch, this outside off stump. Hard lengths. Hear Chris Morris talk about this for days and weeks. And he's done it. And he's got the error. Good piece of bowling. Not the most experienced, but he understands how it is that he's operating at this end. Pressure is now getting created.
Yeah, it's his third game, Drysdale, and this one, his control of the length seems to be most accurate in this game, so clearly maybe getting more comfortable. But this is what they've missed here, Ross. When Plunkett and Brodie Couch went down, both of them took a combined 10 wickets this season. They've missed having an enforcer who can hit the deck in the middle overs. And Drysdale is bowling decent pace as well. Couple of deliveries in this over at 85 miles per hour.
Yeah, and he can be replaced as well at any stage here from Pat Cummins, who was expensive in his first 2, but prefers the middle phase of play to bowl in. So, valuable overs. It's been 23 balls since the last boundary. In the last 30 balls, that is, gone for 33 for 2. So it's just showing now a game in balance. Pressure starting to tick in towards the batting unit. Who's going to have the courage? Is it Conway or the rig Stoinis? Is he going to load up here?
Straight to him. Would you believe it? Janoy Drysdale. What a night for the Unicorns.
Picked out Hassan Khan, who's made light work of it. Made a nice, sweet sound off the bat. Again, into the wicket. Almost tired of saying it. Smacking that wicket, dumps it in there. 80 mile an hour, and it goes straight into the hands. Skipper starting to feel it. Just a little release there of pressure. Marcus Stoinis was absolutely key. Gone for 1. Took 5 balls in doing so, and it's 90 for 4.
There ain't no place like Mane. This city makes moments. Now it's time for my guys to take theirs. The top dog's taking no prisoners, and the big man's getting bigger. Get ready for the smoke. Because in this city, winners live forever. Manchester, where greatness is made. UFC 304, live on TNT Sports.
Not even the best city in the Northwest.
Joshua Trump, yet to pass 20 this season. He'll need that and a lot more. It's been tough in his first cognizant MLC, but still a chance to rewrite history, a chance to really make an impact for this Super King side, who have shown a lot of faith in him. They played him in every game, whether he scored runs or not. Again, that shorter length working wonders for Janoy Drysdale. End of 10, 91 for 4.
Look at those figures. 2 for 8. And something else. Needed some release, didn't they? Some relief. The Cummins over. The more experienced bowler went for 32. Bowling similar gear.
Got the start that we're used to seeing from this Super King side, but haven't been able to recover outside of the power play, and that tells the story. Last 5 overs, 3 wickets down. Critical. Carmine LaRue bowled his 3 up front, now with ball 1 in the middle, was responsible for moving Fat du Plessis.
Drysdale smacks it into the wicket. Has to fetch it a bit. Try and stay on top of the bounce and couldn't. He's almost halfway. Does he go over and take on the deep mid-wicket boundary or try and control it down into the ground, and did neither? Sharp catch and an important wicket and a great spell. Hello, 2 for 8 off 2. He's starting to break the game. Wide open with those sort of figures.
Out of 24 it's been for Drysdale. Get back to that. Ball, good start. Pressure building. Excellent crowd in, and it was great to have the Dallas Trinity FC, a new franchise in the USL Super League, professional women's soccer here in the United States. Season gets underway in September, and the Dallas fans, they love their sport. Whether it's Dallas FC or Dallas Trinity FC. Make sure you get out and support them and their new bench. And of course, we had to teach them a bit of cricket. Hopefully the bug bites them as well. And Dwayne Bravo, mastermind. Yeah, Hedos, just to build on Drysdale, I mean, it's been a fascinating year. He spent years in the minor league setup, but he was recognized by the selectors, the USA international selectors, as someone who can provide a point of difference with his height, with his extra pace, compared to what we've seen from some of the other local bowlers. And he was a traveling reserve at the World Cup this year, as well as in that Canada series. He's done a lot of work with Kevin Darlington, assistant coach for the USA, and he's working his way up. This is a huge opportunity.
Really good looking athlete. Moves across the turf nicely. Big, strong boy. Got a big bottom half as well, so that's the key to fast bowling. You can't coach that stuff, Nick Hill. It's just born and bred. Good mover. He could be playing 10 different sports, this kid. He's chosen cricket. Pathway, Unicorns.
Came in as a replacement for Liam Plunkett, who he played with and spent a number of seasons learning under at the Philadelphians.
Well, he's come in and he's done it under pressure, and that's always a big tick. 3 matches, hasn't had a break really until now, and then in one of the penultimate games of the tournament, under pressure, he's delivered 2 for 8. He's got the best of the best out as well. So hats off, young fella. You're on your way.
Stoinis and Hardy, first 2 T20 wickets. Wow. End of 11, 96-4.
Looks like the spray tan guy will just come straight to your house. But how's it going with the chairman?
Good shot, Sir Rupert.
Big news, these confirmed profits are up again.
You know, Nationwide have shared their profits with nearly 4 million of their members.
We can't compete with that.
But shouldn't we try and do something similar?
Shareholders are the beating heart of this bank. Wedge me.
What's the matter? Lost your balls?
This year we gave £100 to every eligible member through our fairer share payment. Nationwide, a good way to bank.
All eyes on Conway. He's known for his ability under pressure. Think back to the IPL final a couple of years ago, the last game here where he scored a half century in a must-win game, the Eliminator. They'll need a lot from him tonight. A miracle at this stage. Drysdale. Yeah, it also the catching in this tournament. We've had some real magnificent efforts across the season, but Corey Anderson could potentially have the catch of the season tonight.
That's the play of the week for certain. Well, you and I were down with Mike Young yesterday, and he spoke about potentially why it is that some of these fielding efforts aren't quite up to where we normally see them, and the lights are in fact very low there at this venue. Pop, nice sound, gone big. Yes. And finally, we've got a bit of crowd action as well.
First boundary in 33 deliveries. I think this was taken in the crowd. But it's a one-handed stroke from Devon Conway to bring up the 100. Wow. Real power on display. Maybe this is the sign. The time to go, and what a catch. Well taken.
Too easy. Too easy. That's how it's done, players. A lovely moment, father and son right there, and a good shot. Sherfane Rutherford. Amongst some of these mishaps, let's have a look at this catch here. Hop straight off the middle. Qualifier. Comes around it. We saw one of these earlier as well. And it was a drop catch.
That was quick. It's been over that 80 mile per hour mark, closer to the 85 mark throughout the spell.
Yeah, we saw one of these, and it was from Finn Allen earlier. Yeah, it was very similar. Just sort of, in that case, Sherfane Rutherford, he caught a really good angle to the ball. Sport's about vision, got to see the ball. Finn Allen, just a little early, he just ran around the ball, took his hands away from where it needed to go. No doubt about that. Wide. Let's have a look at this. So we've seen Sherfane Rutherford, brilliant catch. Spots the ball, goes hard at the ball, but cuts an angle around the ball. And then right at the end, when he circumnavigates it, he realised he has to leap in front of it, and his body weight was going in the wrong direction. Had he have cut a different line to that ball, like Sherfane Rutherford did, it would have been a dismissal for sure.
Eight catches dropped between the two teams tonight. Throughout the tournament here in Dallas, the catching has been good. There have been several misfields as well. Think back to early in that Texas innings, just now with Finn Allen. Weird.
I was just saying, potentially the lights being as low as they are, you can't sometimes get a read on the ball and the direction of the ball. There's no excuse for that. You're an international player. Two hands for beginners, as they say.
He's timing it well, Trump. Run out chance, maybe. He's quick. End of 12, 108 for 4.
Under 8 for 4, Super Kings chasing 200. They need 93 from 48. They've got Conway batting. They need a little bit of a push in these next 3 or 4 overs. Get them to 150, 160. Then in the last 4 overs, they can look at 10 runs and over. Required is about 11.74. That's the asking rate. They're scoring at 9 and over.
Nice stroke. Beats long off. Good placement from Devon Conway. He holds the key in this run chase.
Oh, definitely, no question about it, because he's a class act. He hasn't quite clicked. But the way he has played this shot does indicate that maybe he's coming good at the right time. Just clearing his front foot, not too much, mind you.
Gone leg side. Last boundary. Allow Devon Conway to go past 6,000 runs in T20 cricket. A significant landmark for him.
Yes. And he's got at a good strike rate as well. Not to forget, he can keep wickets too. It's a clever bowler, Hassan. He's bowling his 3rd over. 2 balls left in his 3rd over, and he's given away only 12. At the time when the batters are looking to clobber just about everything.
The other thing that these two out in the middle will want to do is, of course, not chew up too many dot balls. We saw that when the Unicorns batted. Overall in the innings, they only consumed 35 dots, which is quite brilliant. So although they scored quite a few boundaries, there was that constant rotation of strike, which is also very critical in accumulating runs in this chase. 13 overs gone, 117 for 4. .37 from 21, Devon Conway still there. He's seen a bit of all the bowlers. At this stage of his innings, he should understand the conditions. Behind the run rate at this point in time, the Super Kings. Normally in T20 cricket, 1 over, 2 overs with acceleration could change that run rate and send it north.
Yes, 42 deliveries investigate 84. So every time a team has been asked to score at 2 runs per ball, it is possible. Even 2.5, it's possible if you have wickets in hand. They've got 6 wickets in there. They've got a well-set batter, 37, a good partnership setting up 27 of 20.
Leading edge, the ball goes high in the air. Ralph not holding on. How often have we seen this in this challenger? Another catch going a begging.
And this, the bowler has let go himself. He made a very good effort, no question about it. He's run very hard, swerving away from his follow-through. And this is what happens. Under the lights, the velocity of the ball coming down is very, very hard to judge. You can close your fingers earlier. The ball can swerve away from you. That's exactly what has happened.
Enough bats. There is that deep point, Pat Cummins running around. Joshua Trump must know that his support in this partnership is also critical. Just playing across the line, closing the bat face too early. Didn't get himself in a good position. The misjudgment evident from Haris Rauf. Sounded sweet. There she goes. All the way for 6.
Massive smiles in the TSK dugout, and why not? So that is a lovely shot from Trump. Just moving a little bit away to the leg side, giving himself room to free his arms. Another slower delivery.
Timing of the swing so good for that. NTT data 6. Joshua Trump. Brilliant. Just hitting the strike over, sharing the responsibility of run scoring.
Yes, that's what they need. And this one was exactly what Haris Rauf should be looking to do. He's a quick bowler. He bowled that at 89 miles per hour. The earlier deliveries were in the mid-70s, so 13 miles quicker than the previous delivery. That's your strength.
Unicorns haven't been the most consistent team with the ball. Even Haris Rauf has been expensive at times. Pat Cummins, he's been the go-to bowler for Corey Anderson. Missed out on that occasion. It was that pace-on delivery. Just needed more bat. 14 gone, 127 for 4.
Rebel in the comfort of a home. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
What will the last over of spin from Hassan Khan bring to the Unicorns? Here he is, bowling his last of his 4 overs.
Terrific delivery. He's not bowling length. He's looking to get as full as possible under the bat, so he's not giving the batter any room to get under the ball and hit it over the top. Look at that. Almost a Yorker. Brilliant stuff from Hassan Khan.
In the gap. And 4. The dive going in vain. Bisecting the 2 fielders, that stroke. So good boundary for the Super Kings early in the over.
The required rate has gone to 12. They've got 5 of the first 2. So they will be looking to make up for that. Maybe another couple of boundaries will get them to 13, 14. And that is what they'll be looking to do. But Hassan's a clever bowler.
What makes Hassan so impressive is a little bit of how he strings together his deliveries, his clusters, majority in that good length region where the strike rate is quite low, only 75. That strike rate. And he can gear fuller, gear shorter if he needs to. Good control. I think of finger spinners like Sunil Narayan, Mahesh Dikshana, bowlers who can create mystery. His mystery, of course, is in that control in lengths, flight, angles upon delivery.
Yes, and he knows where to bowl. Look at the way he's bowling to Conway, just not giving him the opportunity to swing his bat.
Another quick single taken, so San Khan still creating problems with his pace variations.
He's going to bowl the last ball of his quarter, giving away just 23 runs.
Full toss. Gets away with it. Cummings doing some very good work out in that long on region. So 10 from the over, 15 gone 1, 37 for 4. And Murray Erasmus signals the strategic timeout. We'll also check if there was a short run before the timeout takes full effect. You must get your bats behind the back edge of that line, and that he did. So 2 comfortable runs.
There ain't no place like Manor. This city makes moments. Now it's time for my guys to take theirs. The top down's taking no prisoners, and the big man's getting bigger. Get ready for the smoke. Because in this city, winners live forever. Manchester, where greatness is made. UFC 304, live on TNT Sports.
Not even the best city in the Northwest.
We go home.
Car insurance sorted. That you've just used Confused. Just used confused.com.
Looks like the spray tan guy will just come straight to your house. But how's it going with the chairman?
Good shot, Sir Rupert.
Big news, these confirmed profits are up again.
You know, Nationwide have shared their profits with nearly 4 million of their members.
We can't compete with that.
But shouldn't we try and do something similar?
Shareholders are the beating heart of this bank. Wedge me. What's the matter? Lost your balls?
This year we gave £100 to every eligible member through our fairer share payment. Nationwide, a good way to bank.
4 from 18. The Willoughby Quick Buzz leading wicket takers. Srab Natravalka remains intact at the top with 14 wickets. 3 Washington Freedom bowlers on that list, on that top 5 list. Supreme power from Joshua Trump. This is a brilliant start to the 16th.
And the 50 partnership coming from there. And Trump has been the dominant partner in that. He scored 28 of that 51. 2 boundaries and a 6. This is another fine shot. You've seen that both the fielders are inside the 30-meter circle. So gone for the big one.
Just 19 years of age, he's playing an incredible knock. Is that a wide? Sunil Gavaskar?
No, actually, if you have a look at it, it's gone within that wide line. There is that white line. So it's a good call by the umpire.
Waited on it nicely. Doesn't go for 4, but again, the stroke itself indicates that Joshua Trump is focusing fiercely on the ball, as you should do when you're attacking bowlers.
He's putting pressure on the fielder by running the first and fast. Pat Cummins was there, got rid of the ball very quickly.
Required rate 13. That is what they need to keep up with. At this stage, you can't afford to have an over that is below the required rate, because we'll put more pressure on this pair. So far, they've done a brilliant job of keeping Texas Super Kings in the game, in this run chase.
The required rate's been climbing. Last 3 deliveries have yielded only 3 runs. Required rate more than 13 now. These next 2 deliveries are going to be crucial. The third man, deep third man being brought in, the mid-off being pushed to long off on the boundary.
Drysdale has done a fabulous job so far. That should be a wide, yep. Called by the umpire.
Let's have a look. Can you see that? It's gone wide of that white line. There's a white line where, you see that? So clearly a wide this time around. Very good call. Very good call by the umpire.
2 deliveries remaining in the over. They need a boundary. TSK. No wide call. How about that from the umpire? That to me is a wide.
Well, let's have a look on the slow-mo replay. Have a look at where the white line is. You can see that white line. You can see that white line. It is inside the white line. Good umpiring that.
Slap, front of point. They were searching for this boundary, and it goes all the way for 6. 150 comes up, so again giving themselves a chance. 16 overs gone, 150 for 4.
So, what big Hollywood star did you get for a movie?
I got Mr. Hollywood himself.
Nice to meet you. Huh. Clooney's let himself go. And Chris. Don't flinch, don't flinch. No. It's like Mr. Hollywood never made a movie before.
Leave me alone.
Sorry, you've got a soggy bottom. Just make it simple. With 2-for-1 cinema tickets, when you take out the qualifying products, you compare the market.
Harris Ralph. Oh, this is how we like it. This game on the edge. Yes, it's 13 runs and over required, but it's roundabout now where the pressure might be on both sides. It seems to be going one way, and shots such as these will just say to the fielding side that, hold on, it's nip and tuck here, and we have to make sure we get absolutely everything right, because if we don't, then we allow TSK back into the game. It's about closing it out, and nobody just gives you the game. Young Josh Trump, 35 from 23, and just turning it on at the right time. Off the bottom of the bat, so just a single.
In chases like this, you always feel 49 of 22, you're one big over away from being leading the game, ahead of the game. You get an over of 18, you get an over of 20, and all of a sudden that run rate drops. The pressure's back on the fielding side. You almost feel that this is such a big over in the game.
Off the top edge, that'll do nicely for the Texas Super Kings. More of their fans in the ground here, and their whistles getting louder and louder with every run scored.
I went for a walk a couple of overs ago just to get the feel of the crowd, and it is absolutely electric. Every single boundary that gets hit, this place erupts. Devin Conway, he's the key to this. Josh Trump has come and played a very good knock, a supporting role, playing his shots, but Devin Conway, he's the man who needs to get his team over the line.
Banged away again. Beautiful from Devin Conway. A 48-50 in T20s. And this is a critical time where his banks of experience are going to be required.
And no big celebration from Devin Conway. He knows the job's not done. That is well watched onto the bat, helping himself to deep square. Well appreciated by the coaching staff.
Just a single. $11 off the over. Equation 40 from 19. Now look at the numbers for Conway. Previous game was unable to bat fluently and spoke of trying to hit the ball too hard. Different tonight, more fluent, strike rate just under 175. Oopsie. It's a dot ball to finish. 161 for 4.
Make Discovery Plus your home for the Olympic Games Paris 2024. With more than 55 live event feeds covering all the action, Discovery Plus has got you covered. That is fabulous! Discovery Plus has timeline markers as well as gold medal alerts, ensuring that you never miss a moment and taking your viewing experience to a whole new level. It's going to be an unforgettable celebration of Olympic excellence, live on Discovery Plus.
Right, as the skipper is looking at where he gets his 3 overs, and you'd expect it would be the 2 experienced men, the ones that are left. He's only had 5 at his disposal, and he's shuffled them around. By and large, things have gone okay. Here's Cummins. Oh, bottom of the bat. It was there for over the offside.
Corey Anderson has rallied his bowlers really well. Worked this out perfectly. Cummins, he'll bowl this one. Ralph, you'd expect to bowl the next, and Cummins to finish the last one. So you get the 2 most experienced bowlers finishing off the game. You expect them to finish it off. This is what their job is. But you almost feel that there's a twist in this tail. You feel like something big still needs to happen in this game. Could it be Trump?
It's over. Will it get to the fence? Yes. A boundary early in the over. This young man Trump's playing some knock.
That's such good batting from Josh Trump. Finally a gap in the ring. Slow ball from Cummins into the wicket. Waiting for it beautifully. The movement across the wickets. And just helping it, almost hitting it backwards. Such good batting from the young man. Important boundary early on in the over.
Pick up a single, just the one. On to 41 from 27. And at the other end, he's with Devon Conway, who's batted beautifully to get past 50, 55 from 32 balls. Better sound off the bat tonight. That was a beauty to get him past 50. Well fielded. Oh, excellent effort to get across.
That's such an important stop from Gort middle on the field for Krishnamurti. This goes for a boundary. You can almost see the energy drop in the field. But what this will do, this will give the fielding and the bowler that energy. In a crunch moment in the game, important stop. 2 balls left in this over. You almost feel one of them have to go for a boundary. They have to go.
That's nicely bowled. Shout of 2. Should be back for a second. Yeah, comfortably so. The young Trump on strike. Cummins to bowl at 9 off is top work. But there's the 1 ball to go. And that discussion would really have been about, we've got to get him to the fence somehow. Where's your option? Where are you looking? Experience of Cummins against the inexperience and youthful exuberance of Trump. Oh, up, Anderson, Rutherford. They got in each other's way. Oh, dear. 11 off the over. Chance gone a begging. The tussle continues. It's 172 for 4. $29 required from 12. Humongous this over. It's Haris Rauf to bowl it. How many can he leave for his mates at the other end? Do you have any nails left? Either side on the edge of their seats. Just a single. It was a full toss. Got away with that, Haris Rauf. 90 miles an hour. A remotely speedy delivery. With the faster bowlers, they tend to get away with a little bit more when they're bowling at 90 miles an hour and more. The body language tells you everything. Folded arms. It's not done. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, pace, lots of it. Not so easy to get it away.
Yeah, and this is what Haris Rauf has to stick to. It's his strengths. Yes, he's got a slower ball, but these two batters are both set. He's nailing his Yorker. That's his strength. He has to stick with it. In crunch moments like this, you've got to go to your strengths.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, excellent bowling. The Yorker's what you want. And you want to just make sure you take absolutely everything out of play. He's gone for 3 of them. Not quite hit them as he would want, but I'll say again, that pace, look at that, hitting the bottom of the bat and the bat spinning around in batter's hands. All of them been around 90 miles an hour. Oh, fingertips. And it gets to the fence for 4. They were desperate for it. Joshua Trump with a half-century. His first half-century in T20s. They've kept faith in him, identified him as a youngster. And though he might have faltered along the way, he's playing a gem here in a critical encounter.
It's a top knock from Joshua Trump. Big boundary. 2 balls left. Feel they have to go.
Oh, whoopsie. He knows he's after the boundary. Probably the wrong side. You're not going to catch up with that if you don't go really early, because he's bowling 90 miles an hour. Probably more advised to go with the same shot again that got him the boundary.
Now with Olani, the carve is desperately on, slicing it past that 3rd man region. This is a big ball, has to go.
Shot! 1 bounce, 2 bounces, and over the ropes for 4. The over goes for 11. It means 18 to get off the final 1. And we've got a game on right up until the final over. Prayers for some, hopes for many. 183 for 4.
Just the finish the Super Kings were after. It was a good over from Ralph up to that ball, missing his length. Trump obliging, helping himself over cover. Big shot in the context of this game.
Right, 18 to get off the final 1. Conway on strike. Here comes Cummins. Oh, that's wide. Make that 17. Pressure, pressure.
Not the worst delivery from Pat Cummins. You can understand the idea. Just missing it on the outside. But this is a pressure moment. 17 to defend in 6 balls. Can't help but say the stress on the coach's face. Shane Watson.
Yeah, big event because it's the first ball and it shifts the pressure onto the bowler. And the very fact that he bowls a wide and he takes away 1 run, which is one of the cushions. You want as many of those as possible. Oh, look at that. Just look at the body language in the dugouts, in the crowd. Missed out. Just a single. Looking to force it away through the offside.
Oh, the shot goes on from Devon Conway, just getting it high on the bat. And momentum again shifts to the bowling team.
Go on, talk me through it. Where are you bowling?
I think he's just got to back his skill. He landed so many good Yorkers in the previous over. And the line for me has to be sparing into just outside leg stump. Force Trump to hit it to the long boundary. He's been so good over cover tonight.
Crowding his stumps. Fielders there, it'll just be 1. Good result if you are the San Francisco Unicorns. 15 to get from 4 balls. They need one here, this one, to disappear out the ground. 6 would do nicely. Fine leg, 3rd up in the circle. And expect that Conway would feel that it's a slower delivery at him, and so could try and fetch it to the short boundary. 2's the shout, they've got to go back. "13 from 3.
Good bowling from Pat Cummins, throwing it up that wide line, forcing Conway to hit to the long boundary out on the offside. This is pressure, you can feel it all around the ground. Coaching staff, the fans, up in the commentary box, Pom. This is what we live for as cricketers, this is what we live as cricket fans. These are the games that we want.
Bowling. Bowling. Excellent. 2 balls, 12 runs. Do the math. You'll figure it out what's needed. Over to the young fella. Josh Trump. Semblance of a smile in the dugout. Still, you can't put a foot wrong as the bowler, because if you're overstepping or bowling wide, you're giving them a chance. Well bowled. Dot ball. Big Pat Cummins. Big money signing. Big situation. Under the pump. And he's delivered.
Cummins the hour, Cummins the man. Nailing the Yorker perfectly. And this is the experience that Pat Cummins has, shutting down a game in the last over.
It's scythed into the offside. What a win for the San Francisco Unicorns. Oh, it was right up until the end. They were made to fight in this, the challenger match, as it should be. Absolutely no quarter given. In the end, they managed to get there, put 200 on the board, and have just managed to defend it and earn their place in the championship match. They win here, the Unicorns, over